Chinese billboard that is said to have been erected along Mombasa Road has continued to heat up with Kenyans on the street and online weighing in on the matter that has been termed as discriminatory. The billboard that is said to be written entirely in Mandarin was apparently pulled down yesterday after the public outcry, with a Chinese company involved speaking exclusively to KTN News, apologizing for the incident and promising to put up another billboard, this time with the necessary translation.
Somebody is trying to communicate and then they'll need to communicate with me. They're going to put it in English. So if it's in Chinese, that means it's meant for the Chinese people.
Like I would not be offended because I assume that whoever they are targeting is understanding their advert.
Ni mbaya sana, inatakikana waweke hapo kama wameandika Kichinese tena waandike na lugha yenye sisi tunaweza elewa kama Kisungu ama Kiswahili hivi. Kwa hivyo inatakikana kama wanataka tujue advertisement ya kwao watubadilishie kwa lugha ile yenye tunaelewa. Na sasa kuandika kwa hiyo lugha yao tu bila kubadilisha hata kidogo, hiyo nayo inakaa sasa wanataka kucolonize Kenya. Kwa sababu hao sasa wameleta wanatutengenezea mabarabara hapa, wanafikiria sasa imekuwa China.
Hiyo pinboard ikiandikwa na hiyo lugha, sisi hapa Kenya tunatumia lugha ya Kiswahili na Kiingereza. Pili, wale wanatengeneza hizo pinboard ambao wanaenda kuziweka, inafaa wawe na watu ambao wana translate ili kusudi tujue ni nini kimeandikwa, kwa sababu ima watakuwa wametukana mtu ama wameandika vitu vibaya. Na wale pia wanapatiana hizo license ambazo pinboard ziwekwe na wale wanahusika mashirika, wanafaa wawaambie watu kuwe na regulations, ima mtu andike na Kiswahili ama Kizungu ili kusudi watu wajue. Na hii pia serikali inafaa ingilie, kwa sababu labda yaweza leta fitina kwa upande mmoja ama upande mwingine.
Meanwhile, the billboard that is in Chinese should be in Kenyan, unless it has a translation. Then it's offensive for them to put it up. That is according to the Kenya Film and Classification Board CEO, Dr. Ezekiel Mutua, on the billboard written in Chinese language, yet erected on the Kenyan streets. Listen in.
Communication that is targeting the public, whether through outdoor advertising or mainstream media, should be understandable to the consumer. The target market and the target consumer, for example, in that billboard that is in Chinese, should be Kenyan. And unless there's a translation, then it's offensive for them to put it there when the target consumer cannot understand. As the regulator of content, we find it offensive and against the law for anybody to erect a billboard, including foreign agencies and embassies, unless it is within the precincts of the embassy or the high commissions. Anything that is meant or targeting public consumers or the Kenyan public in the public space should conform to the content regulation laws and must ensure that we understand what they say. Suppose they're insulting us, or suppose they are saying something that does not agree with our laws. The message, unless it has a translation, if the billboard is purely in Chinese and it's communicating to Kenyans in Chinese, they want to force us to read Chinese or what? Who is it targeting? What is the message? So why would it be put in Chinese when it is targeting the Kenyan mwananchi who cannot understand? And yet in Kenya, like you've rightly put it, we have the national language and we have the official language. You would expect, therefore, that foreign agencies and international advertising companies would conform to the language that is largely understood. For international advertisers, I would largely expect that they would communicate in English or Kiswahili. Billboards, outdoor advertising, they are also covered by the law. And the content that is targeting the consumer must be rated and classified and approved by government, because you can be there radicalizing people, telling them terrorism is good.
Right, Dr. Ezekiel Mutua there of the Kenya Films and Classification Board opining on that Chinese billboard. Right, so we want to take